Right, so my first question is about Good Vibes. So how do you guys feel about performing at Good Vibes? Anyone in the lineup that you guys really respect?
Yeah. We've been listening to Phoenix since like sabbatical and too young. Yeah.
Really fan of Phoenix for so long.
So the best thing about playing the festival is we get to watch Phoenix for free.
Right. Nice. Cool. So is there anything new you guys are bringing to the live performance? Any concept you guys are planning to bring to Good Vibes? You wanna talk about that?
New song?
Yeah. Right.
New song. And it's probably kali ke-4 ke-5 kita main at a big stage. Normally kita main stage kecil. So we are trying to think about a different way of setting up the show for our own. Kita nak try benda yang kita tak pernah buat lah, and move out of comfort zone. And then so that's one of the new things that we're trying lah. Kita jarang main fest. Kita rangka lama.
Alright, my next question would be about because let's take a step back lah. To people who don't really know Killeur Calculator yet, kan? My first question is about your Facebook page actually, on the About Me, because in the About Me korang describe like a very narrative kan. So what was the idea behind the imagery? Macam mana benda tu boleh tertimbul basically?
I think like we're just being spazzes. Spazzes, and we're still sparking spazzes.
I see.
So we just being
like,
consistent.
doesn't see.
Spaz.
Right.
Yeah.
So sorry, you were saying?
Yeah.
Honestly, we just thought that.
Probably it would describe the sound and the band's attitude at that time.
Right.
Yeah, so that was like during that time. That was fucking MySpace era. Okay.
So would you say that you guys are less spaz now or something like?
No. Fucking retard still.
Still relevant, I guess.
As long as it describes the.
Question is regards to your most recent split EP, Vague kan? So this is Thanks Relate and Suara Air are your first like Malay songs, right? So can you guys explain kenapa berubah kepada bahasa Melayu? Like what was the intention behind that basically?
It came from inspirations from other bands that sing in Malay. Locally, bands like Kabri Tedang, Janitor, Alta Angkasa, Gila. And then also internationally kita dengar band-band macam dari Sweden dan semua, and Mass History for example, they sing in Swedish but they're so big worldwide. So I think kita rasa macam we've never done it before, kita patut try, and the band spirit is always about moving into areas where we've never tried before. Before that, Rafique had already been singing in I Am Rain in Malay. So we saw the beauty of that. We wanted to try it out.
Right.
I think Malay lyrics ni, it's a beautiful language, but it's tough to express yourselves with,
Especially this kind of music.
especially in this kind of music.
Yeah, definitely.
So kita kena cuba lah.
Kita challenge ourselves.
Sampai kita dengar Janitor.
Sampai kita dengar Janitor drag dari Bandung.
Drag dari Bandung, yes.
Kita nampak cara diorang buat Malay language in screamy kind of music. Effortless. Especially Indonesian bands are very effortless for them to sing in their mother tongue. And then that was prior to our tour in Indonesia. And then when we went to Indonesia, we discovered more bands singing in Malay. Obviously penguasaan bahasa diorang lagi bagus dari kita.
Right.
Tapi Malaysian bands that sing in Malay pun are really inspiring. Play with Happiness. And I must say, it's not about breaking into a Malay market.
Right.
That's what.
It's
That's not a
self-experimentation lah.
Yeah. Obviously, for us, apa lagi kita nak tambah tu je lah. That's basically lah why we sung in Malay.
Now, if your worry is effortlessness, I just want to say that Tayang Sulit is very effortless. It's a brilliant song, which segues very nicely to my next question. Actually, it's about the lyrical, the Seni kata for Tayang Sulit. It's a very piercing and sangat hostile, and I love it. Especially this verse, persetankan dewamu, penganut panca dusta, berzikir kabar angin, kufur akal. So my question about this lyrics is, was this directed to anything or anyone specifically, or just like pure anger and anti-establishment?
The question is so specific.
Yeah.
I guess I should have a specific answer. The whole song is revolves around social media and however you submit yourself to social media, and then your daily life changes and how your routine changes, whatever. So basically, when it's like in the end, like basically you submit yourself to social media, which is you submit yourself to God.
Yeah.
So it's like fuck your God.
Right.
So it's like basically kita makan kabar angin, it's like nothing is really solid, or everything is just hearsay on internet, and then you just fucking retweet it or reshare it. So there's no moral conscience since the advent of social media, or at least mass social media.
True.
So I guess just reflecting on that lah.
Right. So is Suara Air like the counterpart to that, because it's much more motivational and
Suara is about friendship.
Yeah.
It's about Malaysian Indonesian roots. It goes deeper than just playing fucking gigs together.
Right.
It goes deeper.
Just about the possibility tools and something.
It's a connection that we made with our Indonesian friends when we went there. Actually, it's about the lyrics say we don't understand each other, but we know what each other we both mean. It's talking about we have differences, but actually we are the same.
Right.
Because that's exactly how we felt when we went to Indonesia. The kind of mentality that of the people that we met, and we spoke to, friends, organisers, people who gave us places to stay and stuff. Sangat dia macam sama tapi tak,
Faham.
And benda tu lah, ada serumpun punya spirit tu lah, that's what we try to capture in the lyrics.
Dia sebenarnya macam when we came back from the tour, we were like, wow, there are a lot of similarities rather than
differences.
So
Right.
that's what we got from the whole tour lah. So celebrate this.
We look at history, and we like a lot of history, so we think about how all these years memang, especially these two countries, Malaysia, Indonesia, maybe even Singapore, kita memang share a lot of things, culturally, mentality, norms. So there shouldn't be, or at least differences tu sebenarnya agak limiting untuk kau nak membangun sebagai satu community lah.
Betul.
I think the borders are more
Fluid lah.
Yeah, it's like fucking just political borders lah. There's no cultural borders. Actually, there's no fucking language border if you think about it. There's no musical border. That's the best part.
Right.
There's no food border.
But I think it's worth to point out about the Tayang Sulit thing. I think lyrically, we always tried to write things that are open to interpretations in all of our songs. So it's never intended to direct it to anybody per se lah. So it's always macam what we feel about people in general, because it resonates differently with different people. It means different things to different people most of the time. Tapi we like that. We like that you're thinking it another way, I'm thinking it another way.
Right.
And then obviously the writers themselves feel a certain way about something. Tapi it doesn't have to be exactly what you feel about it.
Right.
How it makes you feel, I guess.
And that's been the kind of music that we like too.
Just to add lyrically, you can actually go back to the philosophy of Book of Flags, which is for each, for any, for all. We don't do specific things anymore. We don't okay, let's fuck this guy or let's fuck this band. We don't do things like that. Better for us to do something that is reaching across segmentations, across boxes, across
genres.
Genres and things like that. It's more fun to do things like that.
Right. It's good that you brought up Book of Flags, because my next question is about Book of Flags. For Book of Flags, you guys managed to tour like every single state in Malaysia, and that's something rare for a lot of local bands.
We failed Negeri Sembilan.
All but one.
All but one, huh? Yeah, but even then, like, how did you guys manage to do that? Like, even the smaller scenes of post-punk, like, how did that happen?
Couple ways.
Yeah.
Number one, I think I get aku jadi geli bila a band proclaims to have done a national tour but they only played 5 states.
Faham.
So I wanted to make sure that we hit all states. So it was very easy to find a gig organizer in each state sebenarnya. So it was weird how many bands don't get to do it, but I understand we're all working, constraints, family, blah blah blah. But we did it in a way that we didn't do a full-blown tour for 3 weeks everyday show. Kita buat weekends only. We all have day jobs. So at the start of the tour, kita main Sabtu Ahad. So kita try zone by zone. So that's how we managed to do this. And then in the midst of that, my wife gave birth. Berhenti kejap. Lepas beranak, jalan balik. Tapau states yang belum pergi.
Right.
Itu je dia punya idea dia. And because it's the first LP, it was important for us to hit every state to drop seeds about our music because tak semua orang pernah dengar music kita in our country. I think kalau kita nak aim nak be famous in Germany, but if you know people from Kota Kinabalu have never heard you, tak guna lah. So kita try untuk main semua tu sebab kita nak bagi tahu semua orang that Killeur Calculator ada satu LP Book of Flags. And orang Malaysia most importantly patut tahu sebab kita dari Malaysia. We played Singapore too, but they used to be part of Malaysia.
That counts.
So
serumpun.
that's the idea of a national tour.
Right.
But in the end we didn't hit all 14 states. So untuk aku ralat, I wouldn't call it a national tour. We just did a Book of Flags tour of 13 states and another country.
Right.
By bridge.
I see.
But banyak
It's not that
tak?
hard though.
It's not hard, it's so easy.
Just
Because
kau punya expectation je. Kalau kau expect macam 600 every state kau main, dan kau takkan dapat lah.
kalau dapat 600
So,
semua
kalau kau
datang.
just nak pergi main show tak kisah orang.
So ada banyak show yang korang perform but not many turn out. Right.
But we had ways to play there.
Ada.
What do you think? KK is like.
And we are not the first going to attempt all 14 kan?
Kucing
Dah banyak dah fans yang dah buat all 14.
Yeah.
Tapi mungkin dia orang tak kecoh sangat.
Yeah,
Dah
diorang kan
dah banyak dah yang buat all 14 kan? Tak banyak.
tak banyak.
Probably
Probably not in the same
Pasal
tour.
pun tak ramai.
They're probably not in the same tour.
Oh, okay, not within the same tour. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Tak banyak band yang pernah hit Kelantan lah.
Okay.
So
It's not hard lah. Every band should do it.
cuma it's all a there's a method to it, right? So
Right.
we all learn from other punk bands in the country who are also family men, who are also working, and they were the ones. I think Dagila tu sort of trade this whole weekend thing first.
Yeah.
So from there aku dapat idea macam kita tak payah main gig hari Selasa, tak ada orang datang. Kita hit them on the weekends. But during that period, the first 5 weeks that we went on tour, memang intense lah because we put out the record and then we had to practice for the first round of shows. Penang, Ipoh. Lepas tu minggu depan kita main Shah Alam. So kita hit somewhere else, right? So the progress for us itself pun gradual. We didn't play all 9 songs at the start.
I see.
Main sikit. So we grew with the album. The songs grew with us during the entire duration of tour. But it's not as grand as it looks because we did it weekends only. But it was grand for us because we managed to play so many places that we never go without an album.
Did any state surprise you guys?
Like